Brawl Stars hasn't always been the game we know today. Its creation process took several years of research and development. The very first prototype of Brawl Stars appeared in 2014. John Francis was the one who started working on the project, which was initially intended to be a battle royale. The developers wanted to place the game within the Clash of Clans and Clash Royale universe. Frank once said, Supercell had never ventured into the space before. At the time, the project was called Project Laser or Code Laser. The game's theme was in space, and players could choose from multiple characters. There was no joystick for movement. Instead, players had to tap in the direction they wanted to go. However, John Francis found it challenging to innovate with this theme. Regarding attacks, players had no direct control over them. When approaching an enemy, the character would automatically attack. As you can imagine, the game was far from perfect. Several complaints were made, particularly about the game's slow pacing. The development team then created a second version of Project Laser, incorporating several mechanics similar to those in the first public beta version of Brawl Stars. However, the graphics were very different from what we see today. After a year of development without a defined theme, Paul Chambers joined the team and suggested a Western setting. Determined, he managed to create 10 new characters in a single weekend. An impressive performance, especially since most of them made it into the final version of the game. According to John Francis, the Western theme was much more concrete, and the game mechanics became easier to understand. The team then renamed the game Slugfest on March 8, 2017. The loading screen featured Colt and Shelly. The game also had characters that never made it into the final version, but their designs were later completely modified. Around this time, the development team decided to focus on 3 versus 3 battles, as playing with friends significantly enhanced the player experience. A bit later, the joystick for movement was finally added, and testers highly appreciated and had fun to play this version. The project was starting to show its full potential, although the team was still uncertain about the game's future. However, Frank believed that the Western theme was too limiting. This led the team to diversify the game's universe, introducing robotic characters like Rico, who had no connection to the Far West. After several years of development and numerous iterations, the game was officially announced on iOS in 2017, the 14th of June. The beta version launched the next day, but Brawl Stars was only available on iOS and exclusively in Canada. Many players around the world used a VPN to access it. The game remained in beta for 522 days, almost a year and a half, an exceptionally long testing period. This beta laid the foundation for Brawl Stars as we know it today, but several elements were removed before the global release. TNT, which exploded and destroyed nearby walls when hit. Elixirs, which were used to upgrade a brawler's stats. Previously, players could upgrade health, attack, and super separately. A different shop where players could buy coin doublers and coin boosters, which were much more profitable than current offers. No mythic rarity, for example. Mortis was originally an epic brawler. If you want a detailed video about the Brawl Stars beta, let me know in the comments. The global release took place on December 12, 2018, and Brawl Stars became an instant success, partly due to the popularity of Supercell's Clash Royale and Clash of Clans franchises. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned something new about the fascinating history of Brawl Stars and its evolution. Who would have thought that our favorite game was almost a space-themed battle royale at first? If you enjoyed this dive into the past, smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Let me know in the comments what surprised you the most about this story, and if you want an even more detailed video on the beta version, I'm ready. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.